Hello, intentional woman. Welcome to 2025. Let's get into today's video, which is also the first video of the year. So in today's video, I am sharing every bold move I made to actually level up my life in the last 3 years. Now, I recognize that these tips are very personal and unique to me, but I also strongly believe that you can take them, tweak them to fit your own unique situation, apply them to your life so that you can start making big positive changes, okay? So the first bold move, which I believe was the turning point in my life, is that I got rid of my safety net by calling off my engagement.
What? Hold up. Oh,
yes, I was once engaged. So back then, there were a lot of things that I thought made my life comfortable. But when I look back, I realized that these were the same things holding me back. And a major one was being engaged to someone that I knew deep down wasn't really good enough for me. But because he paid my bills, he spoiled me and made my life comfortable, I stuck with it. And I rationalized that decision to the high heavens. I remember telling myself, you could have done worse. You know, it's not as bad as you think. I can manage this. You know how it goes when you want to rationalize something that you know is not what you want. Anyways, calling off my engagement happened when I found out certain things about him that put me in a position of either losing myself, my self-respect, to be with him, or choosing myself. And 3 years later, I am so glad that I chose myself, because if I hadn't, the me you see today would never have happened. I think I shared in this channel before that I was literally a kept woman. Honestly, he did everything. I even had an allowance. Don't get me wrong, I did have a job, but it was paying peanuts, so he was literally it for me. He was my safety net, my lifeline. So calling off my engagement, I wasn't just walking away from financial support. I was walking right into the unknown. I didn't know how my bills were going to be paid, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna figure it out, and I chose myself. It was terrifying, but let me tell you, that was the moment I took control of my life. I started thinking about what I truly wanted and what I can do to achieve it. I think I have shared before that a high value mindset always asks, what can I do to make this possible? So I started adopting that mindset. I asked myself, okay, what do you want to do with your life? What steps do you think you can take to make that possible? And that's how this amazing, impactful brand was born. The fact is that safety nets have a way of keeping you in your comfort zone. They have a way of making you hand over control of your life to another person or something, because you are completely dependent on that person or thing. And until you get rid of it, you will never know the capacity that you carry inside of you. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. Trust me, it is not. Especially in a situation where that safety net is that one thing that is just keeping you together. You know, like your lifeline. Trust me, I get it. But at the same time, it can also be the chain holding you back. And when you get rid of it, you give yourself the permission, right, to step into a space where your personal goals and dreams and ambitions take center stage. So ask yourself what your safety net is. Is it a job or a relationship that is making you comfortable, but you're not really happy or fulfilled? It can even be a mindset, you know, this mindset that you have, that you think, yes, this is the best mindset, but it is actually what is keeping you back from achieving everything you're supposed to achieve. Think about it critically. Ask yourself, is this thing really making my life good? Is it really making my life fulfilling and purposeful? Or am I just staying here because I am terrified of stepping into the unknown? Because the fact is, if you truly want to start leveling up your life in a way that when you look back, you're like, oh my goodness, so this is me? You know that kind of reaction? If you want that, you have to get rid of your safety nets. You have to just close your eyes and jump. The best part is that even if that jumping, right, doesn't lead you to what you wanted, such moves have a way of leading you into something else, something even better. You can find out a skill, find out something about yourself that becomes an essential part of your growth. So bet on yourself. Remember, you can either stay in your comfort zone or you can grow. You can't do both. The second thing I did was that I completely stopped dating. Oh yes. I decided enough was enough. I said to myself, rest. Let the men also rest. Because all the dating I had done, where had it led me to? Nowhere fulfilling. So I took a break from dating, and this was very intentional because taking a break didn't mean that I didn't have men asking me out, but right from the start, I would tell them no. I wasn't interested in getting to know anyone or allowing anyone into my space because prior to that, I had never been alone. I was always in a relationship. And I must tell you, it is the best decision I ever made. It was so instrumental to my growth, and I'm going to take the time to share the benefits I am enjoying because of this. And hopefully this will encourage you to take time off from the Adams. You know, my friend called men Adam. So I hope this will encourage you. You don't have to do 3 years like I did because it's just, I think, late last year that I decided to start dating again. You don't have to do that. You can do 3 months, 6 months, or just start dating again when you feel like you are truly ready for that. So the first benefit was just my personal growth. Okay, I gained a deeper understanding of myself, my values, my goals. I found myself because this journey improved my self-esteem. I was no longer looking for external validation from men, and I started, exploring what I liked. Hobbies, passions, interests that were not tied to a man. I am telling you, I learned about discipline, tenacity, about just being motivated and being a goal-getter. It's been so impactful. I'm not gonna lie, okay? The second benefit is that my emotional well-being improved. So taking time off dating gave me the time to truly process my emotions, my trauma, my triggers. I was able to see all the mistakes I made in my past relationships, like how terribly I used to present myself to men or the unhealthy motivation for choosing certain types of men. I started healing and releasing all that baggage because I wasn't in a hurry to get into another relationship. There was nothing to hide all of that underneath. I had to take a good look at where things were emotionally and do the inner work. I also had more inner peace because there was no more man problems and relationship conflicts to deal with. And the best part, I learned how to meet my own emotional needs because I was always so emotionally dependent on whoever I was dating at the time. But now, not anymore. The third benefit was that I started smashing my professional and life goals. So you see all that energy that I would have focused on a man? Well, I took all of that energy and I focused it on myself. I devoted my time and energy into building my brand, building my online finishing school, building my business. And with that came financial independence that is not tied to any man. And I love that my career goals are really clear and focused now. Yes, I do. I do love it. And the fourth benefit was that my network improved. Oh yes, because now I had the time to nurture amazing friendships, because sometimes you wouldn't even realize it, but constantly dating has a way of not really allowing you to nurture your friendships or even socialize more with people. So I had the time to do that. Even my relationship with family members, non-toxic ones, deepened, right? And I started creating a really diverse circle of friends because the men that came into my life, I wasn't looking at them as potential partners. I was looking at them as friends. So which means I now have really amazing male friends in my life, really amazing female friends in my life, and really amazing mentors in my life. Another part of my network that also improved is you. because I also had the time to nurture this brand, to give you value, nurture the relationship we have, so you can come here and watch my videos and learn something and change your life like you're doing right now. Oh yes, because you are also a part of my network. So I had the time to do that. And the fifth and final one is that I am now truly relationship ready. I used to think I was, but I wasn't. With what I know now, oh no, I wasn't. Because now my standards are high. I am very much grounded in what I truly desire in a partner. So much so that within the first date, I already know if I want to create space in my life for this man or not. And if the answer is a no, I take that decision without any hesitation, without any fear of being alone, which is something my younger me wouldn't do. My younger me would have tried to rationalize, and convince myself to be with a man, either because, I was scared of being by myself, or maybe I just was addicted to being in a relationship. But now I just tell you, listen, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And that's it. I also now know how to effectively communicate what I want, because before I was so scared of telling a man what I want, asking for help, and all of these little things that you think are not important but are so impactful to your love life. I'm able to do all of that now. I just say what I want. I communicate effectively, about my desires and my expectations in a relationship. And I do this without fear, because I am detached from the need to keep a man at the expense of myself. That desperation is no longer there. So there's no fear. If I tell you what I want and you cannot meet that need, that's fine. I say over and I keep it moving. And to be honest, I feel like I am just a lot more wiser and smarter in the way I interact with men. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because I'm still learning, I'm growing, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Now I see a relationship as a bonus, right? Not a necessity. Because one of my friends said to me, Ayanime, your life has to be so full. She's married. She said, your life has to be so full that you're creating space for a man, not that he's the whole space. And I love that so much, because before all of this journey, I used to date who was available, not who I truly wanted. But now, there's a lot more self-confidence and self-esteem going on over here. And if you know what I want, I'm good. I'm not ready for a placeholder relationship. My life is not man-focused anymore. I love my life. I love my self-sufficiency and the fact that I built my structure exactly how I wanted it. Now I am ready to create space for a man that aligns with my purpose. And I can do this from a secure place, not a place of desperation. So yeah, to all the ladies in a situationship, take a break. I'm telling you, because someone left a comment and said, can you please make a video for women in situationships? And I was like, I'm sorry. I should do what? Take a break. I'm telling you. Channel all that energy into you. You'll be amazed at what you learn about yourself and what you can achieve within a very short period of time. Number 3, I started my YouTube channel. So starting my channel was pretty straightforward, okay? I wanted to do it and I did. I started filming with my phone. It was when I started that all the pitfalls, became obvious. Like I had to learn how to stay consistent. I had to learn about this platform, what works and what doesn't work. I had to deal with negative feedback in the form of comments and so much more. As the problems came up, I found a way to deal with them. The reason I'm telling you all that is that I would love for you to adopt the mindset of, let me just start, I'll figure it out along the way. Because the need to have everything figured out before you start something can keep you away from starting that business, starting that project, maybe moving to another city, another country, or even starting your own YouTube channel. To be honest, I really miss that about myself, that ability to just start something without overthinking it, without looking at all the problems. Because I feel like now I tend to overthink too much. But back then, I would just start. Like my 1-year styling program, it was a webinar. I wanted to just show women how to dress a lot better and build a wardrobe that excites them, which, by the way, registration is currently open, so come register. I'll link it in the description, okay? We are over 800 women now. There's a private community. Our styling session comes up on the 31st of January, and you don't want to miss it, okay? So Let me just say that. Anyways, it started as a webinar. I just wanted to teach women, how to dress well, how to build a wardrobe that excites them. And I did. I didn't overthink it. But guess what? It is now a full-blown program. And I had to figure things out along the way and improve on it. So much that it is now a steady source of income. So just start. Whatever it is that you've been putting away, pushing aside, waiting to figure everything out. This year, don't do that, okay? Start. Imagine if I had focused on all the problems or all the excuses that my mind was cooking up and I didn't start my YouTube channel. I would have missed out on creating an impactful brand and I would have missed out on financial stability. Because there were excuses, I'm telling you. I could have said to myself, oh, I don't have a camera yet, or I don't have a mic. Do you know how many mics I've bought since I started this channel? I kept figuring it out. Oh, this mic is not working very well. Let's get another one. Oh, this shot is not working very well. I just kept figuring out bit by bit. I think even one of the excuses or problems that came was when I started getting comments from some people that I shouldn't be doing elegance videos because I don't look the part. I mean, at the time, maybe I didn't because my glow up, if you've been on this channel for a while, you will know that my glow up happened right in front of the camera, right? So I could have focused on all of that, but I didn't. I just said to myself, I'm doing this and that was it. You will figure it out. Trust God, trust the universe, whatever you believe in, trust that they will keep revealing the steps to you as you keep moving forward. But you have to start. And number 4, I cut ties with toxic friends and family members. So when I started my level up journey, I quickly realized that certain friends and family, they had to go. I don't hate them. It's simply that they were not aligned with the new identity I was building for myself, the new me that I was discovering. I wish they had come on this journey with me. I really do. But this journey is so personal and you can't really force anyone to come on it with you. But I could no longer just have them in my life because being around them was a reminder of where I was literally dragging myself out of. And some of them were downright hostile to me when I started acting brand new. Oh yes, some made fun of me. Some would passive aggressively remind me of something I did in the past, almost in a way to, cut me down and remind me that I used to do this so I couldn't act brand new to them or with them. But guess what? I didn't care. I'm a very strong-willed person. And if I say I'm doing something, I'm doing it. And if I say I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. So I had already decided this journey was it. I could see the benefits early on. So I knew that it was either finding myself or being stuck in this place where I can clearly see these people are not really fulfilled. They're just existing through life. So I didn't want that for myself. So if you have anybody around you need to get rid of, do. You are allowed to act brand new. You are allowed to reinvent yourself over and over until you find yourself. I did. It was painful, I'm not gonna lie, but getting rid of those friendships created space for more healthier friendships that nurture me, friendships that are so grounding and loving and yummy and just so precious to me, and that wouldn't have happened if I was still with this set of people, right? And as for toxic external family members, because the nuclear family, my nuclear family, it is not that bad. For the external ones, I simply decided they were not worth my energy. I stopped trying to fix them or trying to show them healthier ways to do things. I just left them to their dysfunction. I decided that from myself going forward, I and my future husband will build a healthier family, the kind that endures for generations. And I tell you, that's a covenant. Oh yes. It is. And number 5, I developed my relationship with God. I was born into a Christian home, but as I grew older, my relationship with God became so-so, right? So starting my level up journey also came with me completely returning to my first love. And it has been the most rewarding decision ever. It keeps me grounded no matter what is happening around my life because I know for a fact He has me in the palm of His hands. So if you are a Christian, it is time for you to go back to your first love. Do not allow everything you know about God to be something your pastor said. Know Him for yourself. And the best way to do this is by studying the Word. Prior to this journey, I hadn't read the Bible cover to cover. I mean, I tried, but it would get so boring, I would just give up. Then my sister introduced me to a 1-year Bible plan called the Bible Recap. And I'm telling you, I have tried a lot of Bible plans, but this one is different. This one got me so excited that waking up every morning, I would just wake up and the first thing I do is pick up my phone, go straight to the plan and start reading the verses for that day because I couldn't wait to discover something new about God, what He likes, what He doesn't like, how He thinks, how He is so intentional, His supremacy and sovereignty. It was just so wonderful. And because the lady who has the Bible plan talks about the historical aspects of the Bible, it makes it so interesting. I mean, I found out that the Bible is actually one unified story told across several generations. I didn't know that. And as I was learning more about God, I was learning more about myself. Oh yes, because the more you know God, the more you know yourself. My spiritual life is better. I receive guidance in everything I do. And one of the most memorable encounters regarding guidance had to do with this YouTube channel actually. So I was struggling with YouTube so badly. I had been on YouTube for like 3 years and I wasn't seeing any tangible growth. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I remember even talking to a few community members, asking them, am I not doing something right? Is this something that is missing? You know how you just want to understand what you're doing wrong. And as much as they encouraged me, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to pack it up. So immediately after I made that decision, I think it was a few days later, I woke up at about 5 a.m., did my Bible recap, prayed, right, and went back to bed. That was when I had a dream. Somebody, walked into my bedroom, sat down on my bed, put their hands on my body, leaned in and whispered, YouTube. I woke up and I was like, okay, if this is you telling me that I should keep at it, give me the right content ideas. Not just content ideas, but the right presentation ideas. Because ideas are like a lot. It's how you present it that makes a difference. So I prayed about it and I went back to work. A few months later, this YouTube channel blew up. Within 6 months, actually, oh my goodness, I went from 10,000 subscribers to 100,000. So imagine if I didn't have that relationship with God. Imagine if I hadn't, deepened it and said, you know what, I want to know you better, reveal yourself to me. And I hand over my life to you. Take over it and do what you do best. I would have missed out on so much. I wouldn't be here talking to you today. So go back to your first love. It will keep you secure and grounded. You will receive guidance in everything you do, which is so important because you can only make decisions with the information available to you. But God sees the end from the beginning, so He can guide you even when you don't have all the information. Okay, I'll leave the link to the Bible plan in the description. You don't have to wait till the 1st of 2026 to start because even me, I'm not done. I think I'm in day 341 because I started a bit late in the year. That's last year. So don't wait, just start. You're going to love it. I promise you. And finally, I started truly caring about my appearance. So my level up journey taught me the importance of showing up well in the world. And the first step to that was making sure that my appearance communicated exactly what I wanted it to communicate. I had to ask myself how I wanted my wardrobe to make me feel and the kind of treatment I wanted my appearance to inspire in others. The simple answer to that was that I wanted my wardrobe to exude elegance and sophistication because that's how I wanted my clothes to make me feel. Yes, clothes have an energy. Certain clothes make you feel a certain way. That is why if you want to feel like a doctor, just put on a lab coat, right? Anyways, I also wanted my appearance to inspire respect from others. I wanted people to treat me with respect and kindness and consideration. So with that goal in mind, I set out to build a wardrobe that aligns with that. I learned about my body shape and what truly works for it. I learned about my skin undertone so that I can choose colors that make my skin radiant instead of washed out. I learned about fabrics and prints, and I also learned how to do my makeup in a way that suits me, because I used to try to replicate any beautiful makeup I would see on another person. And the thing about that was that it didn't always come out good, you know? So I stopped and I just started doing makeup that looks good on me. That's why if you notice, my makeup is pretty consistent. I don't really do very much to tweak it, okay? I also learned to shop intentionally, because before I would just buy, you know, anything I would see. But now I buy with intention. Like, I ask myself questions. Will it flatter my body? Is the color good? The fabric, does it feel good? Will it go well with what I already have in my wardrobe? I ask myself all these questions before I buy anything. And with that, my appearance improved from this to this and now this, and it will keep improving. Another aspect of my appearance I took really serious is my skincare, because I used to have really bad skin. I'll find a picture and put in the video. So I invested in my skincare. I'm not kidding, it was a lot of money, but I'm so happy because the reward is so amazing. I also got my teeth fixed. If you have been here, you will know what my dentition was like. So I got braces, had my teeth aligned, and now we have this very beautiful smile. Honestly, I love the new me. I love the way I look. I love that I feel confident and connected to my body. And every time I look in the mirror, I like what I see. So I'm encouraged, right, to keep working on myself and improving other areas of my life. And that's the power your appearance has over you, because we tend to underestimate that. That was a mistake I made. And I guess that's why I used to attract all sorts of nonsense. So I always tell my clients, if you are unsure where to start from when it comes to your level up journey, start from your appearance. Start from the outside in. I know a lot of coaches will tell you start from the inside out, but I like the other way, because internal work is not something people see immediately, right? So you may not have the encouragement you need to keep going. And if you're doing all this internal work, but when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see, there's a tendency to feel like you're just wasting your time. But when you start by taking care of your appearance, paying attention to the little details, you feel good. And when you feel good, you are encouraged to now work on other areas, because it's almost like if you can feel this good about your appearance, you can feel this good about your mindset, you can feel this good about your business, your finances, your emotional well-being. It just has a way of, you know, spilling onto other areas of your life. So that's what I always tell my client. Start with your appearance so that you can start attracting better people, better men. You get treated better. Oh yes, because like I said, I used to attract a lot of nonsense. Any man would just walk up to me and talk to me. Now, not so much. I attract a certain caliber of men. And even the one who comes to me and tells me, oh, you look too expensive, it's like you're out of my league or you're materialistic, I don't disagree with them. I say, oh yeah, I am. Because I am not going to be the one to convince any man that I am within his league. Doing that would mean me, you know, lowering my market value. And I don't want to do that. So yeah, start with your appearance. It's very rewarding too. So my dear intentional woman, I'm going to wrap up this video by saying, take bold steps that terrify you. Oh yes, it is one of the key ways you grow, okay? And secondly, like I said in the middle of the video, if you are unsure of how to even begin to work on your appearance, then join the 1-year styling program. In that program, I teach you everything you need to know to build a wardrobe that excites you. That way you can level up your style and your appearance, okay? Right now we are over, I think, 800 women now. The last I checked, from over 30 countries. There's a private community. I'm going to leave the link in the description. Go through the full program offer, the module breakdown, so that you see all the value you stand to gain. And when you see that, register and join us. The next styling session will be on the 31st of January. This is where I sit down with clients in the program and we just talk about their style goals and, you know, their personal, very, very personal style needs. And I help them figure out how they can navigate all of that, okay? You're gonna love it. Trust me. I look forward to welcoming you into the program. And that's it for today's video. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because on this channel, I create content that helps you grow into the best version of yourself for yourself. Trust me, you will love it here. As always, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.